My name's Noah. I'm 21, and up until Thanksgiving dinner last year, I thought I just got the short end of the stick in life. You know the type, student loans piling up like a game of Jenga, part-time job at the campus coffee shop, duct-taped sneakers, microwave noodles 5 days a week. I wasn't bitter, not really. I figured life was just tough and my parents did what they could. I never expected anything handed to me. But that night rewrote everything I thought I knew about my family. And it started with one sentence from my grandpa. Thanksgiving has always been a bit of a circus in our family. My mom's side is loud, dramatic, and allergic to minding their own business. But this year, it was my dad's side hosting, which usually meant things stayed calmer, more polite. Grandpa always carved the turkey like it was a ritual, and Grandma passed around her famous cornbread while pretending not to notice my cousin's sneaking extra helpings. It was normal. I was home from college for the weekend, already dreading the midterms waiting for me when I got back. I remember sitting next to my little cousin Mason, who was too distracted by his mashed potatoes to talk much. My parents were across the table, chatting with my uncle and aunt like everything was fine, like they hadn't ignored most of my texts that semester. We were halfway through dinner when Grandpa raised his glass in a toast, something he only did when he was in a particularly sentimental mood. To family, he said, voice shaky but warm, and to seeing our kids grow into something we can be proud of. People murmured their agreements, clinked glasses. Then he looked right at me and said it. And Noah, glad to see you're putting the college fund to good use. Everything around me paused. Forks froze midair. My heart thudded once, then again, faster. I blinked. What fund? That's when I saw it. My dad choked on his drink, spluttering into his napkin. My mom's face drained of color so fast it was like someone pulled the plug. My aunt's eyes darted toward them, and even Mason stopped chewing. Grandpa frowned. The college fund we set up when you were born. You didn't know? And then, like a nail driven into the silence, Mason, sweet, oblivious little Mason, looked up at me and whispered, "Wait, you didn't know?" I didn't say anything. I couldn't. It felt like someone had punched me in the gut. I turned slowly to my parents, but neither of them met my eyes. My mom picked at her peas like they were suddenly fascinating. My dad reached for his wine glass again. "Noah," Grandpa said, clearly confused. "Hasn't the fund been helping with your tuition? We've been putting money in it for years. Every birthday, every Christmas, even when things got tight." I swallowed hard. "No one ever told me about a fund," I said, quieter than I expected. At that, Grandma's lips parted like she wanted to speak, but didn't know where to start. Aunt Julie leaned in slightly, eyebrows raised, her fork resting on her plate. "Wait, so who's been managing it?"